instantly. And a decent one. Oh yeah, that is a freaking tank, man. Hey, what is up, everybody? We're fishing a completely new area today. Never been here before, found it on my maps. It looks cool. Not sure what's swimming here. I know there will be bass, brim, that sort of thing. So we'll see what we can get on today. I brought a few different rods. Now let's get to exploring. This looks like it could be good right there, man. There are a lot of lines down here though. So I'm gonna go onto that other side. I mean, that's how you know it's a good spot, right? Ton of lines, ton of garbage usually, but the garbage doesn't look too bad here. What on earth is that? Maybe bait, maybe tadpoles, that sort of deal. The bugs are something else here. I did spray down, thankfully. Alright. There are signs of life. There's a lot of footprints over here. Look to be a woman or a small child or a small man. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Could mean this area is going to be very, very snaggy, which is why we're starting out with this worm. This little tree right over here. Oh, fish on. Good one. Good one. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, way to start out the morning, man. It's like a good bass. Oh yeah. There's a fatty. Wow, that's a fatty right there. Oh, look at that. Little chunky fella. Well, that didn't take long, my friends. Beautiful largemouth. A belly on it for that size. That is a well-fed fish hitting that power worm. Oh, wrong way. There you go. So I did opt to start out with the worm. Just not knowing the area, not knowing if we're going to be working grass or not. I got a 1/8 ounce sinker on there. I do have a peg. I had this rigged for something else. I just grabbed the rod and grabbed the worm. So we're just going to fish with it on. I don't want to waste one. Not that I think we really, really need it. So there's one. Let's see if we can pick up another. There we go. Nice fish. Oh yeah. Man, I think we found the spot. Another nice one. About the same size. Oh, maybe a little smaller. Oh, sorry, buddy. Clean you off a little bit. Alright, another good looker right out of that same spot. This is a really great sign for the morning, man. I've been needing some good bass. I haven't had them in my area recently. They haven't been biting nearly anything, so be able to pull 2 in a row like that, well, almost in a row, probably about 3 casts apart. Awesome. And they want the worm, man. Glad I brought these fellas. Here we go. Get us another one. So when I pulled in, I almost didn't come to this side. There's another side, there's another parking lot, and it was stacked up with like bank fellas, you know, families with coolers and that. I figured that's where the good fish were gonna be. Decided to just kind of keep exploring the area, go down the road, and found no one in this parking lot, and this seems like the spot, man. And a decent one. Is it either? Oh yeah, that's a freaking tank, man. Get in here. Oh, dude, it just broke me off, man. What the hell? That was a big fish. That was probably a 4-pounder. So the line on that rod felt incredibly weak. I've rigged up my casting rod over here. I have 10-pound on this. The other stuff is 8-pound. But I was tying on my hooks and giving it a quick snap, and I was breaking off. So I don't know what the deal is with that line. I don't know how old it is. I hardly ever use that rod. Kind of brought it for fun today. But occasionally I'll get a spool and I'll notice that. I'm more accurate with this anyway, and I can cast further. There we go. Good fish. Not quite as big as the last one, but a nice fish. Yeah, this line is way better. Third of the day would be fourth. I'd say this is the biggest one we've actually landed. Pretty one. And we'll keep going at it. I think we found ourselves a honey hole. Good fish. Oh, good one. That's a tank. That's an absolute unit. Well, I caught it kind of far away. Maybe it's not as big as I'm thinking it is, but it feels dang good. Okay. She's pulling some drag. That's a bass, I think. I can't tell, man. Oh yeah. That's a beautiful spot. Come on in. Yes. Oh my God. Look at the size of her. Holy crap, man. Heart is absolutely pounding right now. It's got some melanosis on her. Absolute tank. All right, y'all. Look at the size of this bass. An absolute unit. Look at that melanosis on her. Let's see if I can get better light. I think you guys get the most. Yeah, it's about the right size for him. It is just a day. Oh, he's not that big. Feels big though. Good looker. There we go. There we go. Nice one. Come on, yeah. Oh, he doesn't want to budge. We're hung up on something. Come on, man. Beautiful. Took my worm. Oh, here's another nice one. What is up, my friends? I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If it's your first time watching, thanks for fishing with us. I hope everyone's doing all right out there. So we were fishing the Berkely Power Bait Power Worm today. Now this one is in blue Fleck. That is the color I was throwing, which is nice. Kind of a purpley, fruit punchy looking worm with blue flakes running through it, or blue flecks, I guess. Anyhow, it's a 7-inch curly tail, or ribbon tail, whatever you prefer. I usually call them curly tails. And it's a solid worm. It does have that Berkely scent to it. Scent wise, it's not too horrible. I'm not a huge fan of scents just because they reek up my stuff. Like if I keep them in a tackle box or wherever and the bag's kind of open, you know, it just smells up that whole area of my backpack, that sort of thing. The standard power bait is milder, it's not too bad, so I don't really mind it. I have had some way overpowering scents before. However, all around outstanding worm. It's kind of one of my go-tos. Not necessarily the color, but I do really like this color. I usually go with the kind of pumpkin-y sort of color for worms, or the tequila sunrise style, but this did just outstanding. Is probably becoming one of my new favorite colors after that day. Anyhow, it's durable enough. I mean, it gets the job done. It's just an all-around outstanding worm. It's one of my favorites. And Mars has his crab. What's up, Mars? You're about to make some noise, aren't you, buddy? He needs that attention, man. I swear, as soon as the camera comes on, he's like doing something like this, or jumping on the couch or something. He's a good boy. Anyhow, great worm, durability wise, outstanding action. Absolutely love curly tails or ribbon tails like that. It's just it's a great bait, man. So the way I like to rig them up is I started out the video, I had a round bend worm hook. Now I lost that in a hurry with that third bass that broke me off, and I do have a correction. When I brought in the larger bass, I called it a spot at first. That's what it looked like to me in the water. It was in fact a largemouth. Anyhow, moving on. So rigging wise with these worms, I prefer a round bend worm hook, so something kind of like this. Now, 2 or 3 aughts gonna do the job. Get away with a 1 aught maybe, especially with a worm this size. But when I move on to monster worms, which I want to fish on the channel, I'm gonna be throwing like a 4 or a 5 aught. Anyhow, these are pretty outstanding. I only brought one and I broke it off in that fish, so ended up throwing EWGs. Probably like 3 aughts like that, which worked just as well. I just prefer the round bend worm hook because I like to like the slimmer profile. I find it gives me less snags. I don't know, I just prefer them. They work better for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now, that was just an outstanding day on the water. I ended up catching a few more fish than I showed. I did have a fishing expert standing right behind me, and he was a really nice guy, but it was like he was with his family fishing, and then I ended up hooking into that big old fish, and he was standing right behind me just trying to convince me really hard to throw a Carolina rig, and I really wasn't having it. I didn't want to throw a Carolina rig. I didn't want to go through the extra work. I just wasn't feeling a Carolina rig, but dude persisted to stand by me. And I mean, he was a nice guy. Like I said, we probably talked for about an hour. It was more so him talking to me about being a guide on Lake Fork and all this and that, but kind of screwed up a lot of the catches in the videos, so that's kind of why I threw that montage in and got that one extra one in. I just edited out the other 2. They didn't really matter, but it was an outstanding day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and get some good fish on, my friends. Peace.